Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope that all of you are fine. Today we have a new topic. Before starting our new topic, I want you to define the verb for me. What is the verb? In a very simple way, what is the verb? Verb is an action. Verb is an action. Verb is an action. Who can give me examples for verbs? Like what? Like for example, play, cook, watch, jump, hop, draw, read, eat, drink, swim. All these are verbs. All these are verbs. Who can put me the verb play in a sentence? The verb play in a sentence. Like what? Like I play football. He plays football. Who can put me the verb cook in a sentence? I am cooking. I am cooking. Who can put me the verb watch in a sentence? She watched TV. She watched TV. Let's move to the first sentence. Where is the subject and where is the verb in the sentence? We said before that the sentence has two parts, two main parts. What is the first part? Always the first part is the subject. The second part is the verb. So in the first sentence, where is the subject? It is he, because it's the first part of the sentence. Where is the verb? It is the second part, which is plays. He is the subject, plays is the verb. Let's move to the second sentence. I am cooking. Before I move to the verb and the subject, I am. Who can give me the short form of I am? What is the contraction of I am? What is the contraction? Contraction is the short form of two words. Okay, here we have I am. How can I make them shorter? How? I will put the first word as it is, no gap, removing the first vowel and put an apostrophe in its place, and then the M. Okay? So after making them shorter, this is a contraction of I am. The contraction of I am. What is the contraction of I am? Am. So let's start. Where is the subject? I am is the subject. Where is the verb? Cooking. Cooking. This is the verb. Third sentence. Where is the subject? She. Where is the verb? Watched. Because we said the first part is usually the subject, the second part is usually the verb. So where is the subject? She, the verb is watched. Let's read the verbs again. Plays, cooking, watched. Plays, cooking, watched. What do we add to the verb here? The verb itself is play. Here in the sentence we said plays. What do we add to the verb? We add the S. Okay, let's move to the sentence number 2. Cooking. Cooking. The verb itself was cook. What did we add to the verb here? We add cook. This is cook. We add ing. Circle the ing. She watched. The verb is watched. 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 The verb itself is watch. What do we add to the verb? Ed. Circle it. So, S-I-N-G-E-D. We add them to the verbs. What do we call the verbs before adding anything? Before adding anything to the verb. When the verb was as it is, without any endings. What do we call it? It's a root word. What do we call the verb? Root word. root word. Root word. We took the root words and we put them in sentences. Okay, what do we call the parts or the letters that we added to the verbs? What do we call them? We call them inflectional endings. We call them inflectional endings. Repeat after me. Inflectional endings. Inflectional endings. Inflectional endings. The verbs, when we put them as they are without any endings, we call them root words. Repeat after me. Root words. Root words. Root words. What do we add the letters that we added to the verbs? Inflectional endings. Inflectional endings. What are the inflectional endings that we added to the verbs in the sentences? They are S, ing, ed. Again, S. Because the verb itself is play, we added to it the S. Cooking, the verb, the root word here is play. In cooking, the root word is cook. We add ing. We add the inflectional ending ing. The root word in the verb watched is watch. We added to it an inflectional ending ed. Is that clear? So we have three inflectional endings which are s, ing, ed. Do you remember the ed? Where do we use the ed? Where do we use it? In the past. In the past tense. We said before that sentence that the tenses of the verbs are three. The verbs have three tenses. Past tense, present tense, and future. Past, present, future. The past is something happened and finished. The past is something happened and finished. What about the present? The present is something is happening now. Something is happening now. In the past, what do we add to the verb? We add ed. So if you see ed with the verb, you will know that the verb is in the past tense. While s and ing, they are about something is happening now, about the present. So if you see the verb with ing or the verb with s, then the verb is in the present tense. So again, what do we call the verbs when they don't have any endings? We call them root words. We call them root words. If we remove the inflectional ending here, which verb we would have? The verb play. If we remove the inflectional ending here, what we will have? Cook. If we remove the inflectional ending ed with this verb, we will have watch. Watch, watched. Cook, cooking. Play, plays. Is that clear? Okay, let's add the three inflectional endings to the verb play. For example, plays, plays, playing, playing, played, played. Let's add the three inflectional endings to the verb watch. The root word is watch. If we want to add s, we will say watches, watches. If we want to add ing, we will say watching, watching. If we want to add ed, we will say watched, watched. Is that clear?